What's up, people? It's your boy Tony Guns, Tony G. You know we in the doghouse. Band Dogs, Black Ops Band Dog TV. I want to welcome y'all back to another episode. Today we gonna chop it up. It's gonna be a short one, but today we gonna chop it up about rising to the occasion. Rising to the occasion, what it means to rise to the occasion. So without further, we're gonna jump right into it. Bottom line up front, we gotta have that DTR mentality. They say, Gunner, what's DTR mentality? Well, the first thing is dreams to reality. DTR stands for dreams to reality. But then deeper than that, it means determined to rise. Yeah, DTR means determined to rise. You gotta have that mentality that you are determined to rise. Nothing can knock you down. People oftentimes make it seem as if it's a bad thing to walk around on a high horse, and then they want to knock. And then look, they also got this saying when they say knock you off your high horse. See, ain't nothing wrong with a high horse. Ain't nothing wrong with that. First and most, you got to do something in order to reach that level. You got to put yourself through certain situations. You got to put yourself in certain situations. You got to reach that level. You had to do something in your life to have you up on that high horse. And that thing that you went through, that grind that you went through to get to that high horse, don't let nobody just knock you off and make nobody feel, or don't allow nobody to make you feel like it's something wrong with riding that high horse. Now, riding that high horse don't mean that you look down on people in a negative manner, but it do mean you looking down on some motherfuckers, y'all. Yeah, it do mean you looking down, but you ain't looking down on them from a negative perspective. You ain't looking down on them to just turn your nose up to make it seem as if you better. That's not what it's about. See, we got the wrong interpretation of riding on that high horse. I want to ride that high horse. I don't want to walk. I don't want to have to walk in the mud if I can ride that horse. That's going to get me through there. I put in too much work. Just for me to acquire that horse, for me to be knocked down off of it, or just to come down off of it because of how somebody else feels. No, you got to rise to the occasion. You got to rise to the occasion. We walking on that border. I want to go in that water with that horse. I can't swim that good. I can't swim that long. This horse gonna get me across there though. I ain't allowing nobody to take me or make me feel as if that horse ain't for me. Or being on a high horse ain't for me. I know it's just a saying, but sometimes you gotta be careful with the things that people say. You gotta be careful with the words and the tone that you use when you're using these words, because they have power. It's power in there. That's why I'm talking about rising to the occasion. You took a job, you're an independent contractor, you took a job that you're really not familiar with, or you haven't had a lot of experience in it. You don't really know, you got a due date, and the job in itself is 2 months out. You got a due date, but guess what? Rise to the occasion. You got 2 months to go ahead and figure out whatever it is you need to figure out. Plus you should feel secure that you built a strong team around you. You built a strong, capable team around you, so you know that y'all can get it done. Whether you are the best, that's one thing about being a leader. You took that job, but you knew that it wasn't something that you were familiar with. But in the same sense, that leadership don't always fall on you, don't solely fall on you. Sometimes you have individuals around you, or not sometimes, you should have individuals around you that's able to step up, that's able to step into position and say, okay, this is what we need to do. I've done that several times. This is the way we went about it. This is how we go about it. This is the way we're going to push forward through this situation. This is the way we rise to that occasion. That's what it is. You got to set yourself up around a mean-ass team that's going to take you to the next level. Rise on that contract that you took. I don't care if it's 2 months away. I don't care if that contract was hard and you only did it one time in your life. And that time that you did it, you wasn't necessarily as successful as you would want it to be in that situation. But what that means is you got 2 months to get on your grind and really do your research. I don't care if you got to research it 1,000 times to perfect it. I don't care if you got to practice it 1,000 times and then put pertinent pieces together in the puzzle to get that job done. Put pertinent pieces together and put pertinent pieces in position to reach success, to reach that power, to rise to that occasion. You on your regular job, you working for somebody. Your manager came to you, she asked you to do some work. He asked you to do some work that you was uncomfortable with doing. It wasn't something that you was used to doing. But see, that you being able to step into that position, that the individual that fills that position, that's out for whatever the reason, they make $6 more than you do. But now they ask you to do it. Instead of shying away from that role, no, you step gracefully into that role and understand and interpret that this is an opportunity for me to rise to the occasion. Or let's take it on the flip side. You may have kids and things of that nature coming. You got a newborn child that's coming. And you're trying to figure out, damn, I already set my life up. My life has been set up around this, that, and the third. I've set my life up around that. And now I'm adding more and more expenses. Not only do you add a newborn child, you may have purchased a new vehicle, not even expecting a new child. You may have purchased a new home, not expecting a new child. You may have purchased something else that was a little more pricey, not expecting a new child or not expecting a new obstacle, and then boom, you get hit with a new obstacle. And now you're thinking about all the things that you need to get rid of, all the things that you may need to put to the side. And ain't nothing wrong with that. That's planning, plotting, and strategizing. There's nothing wrong with that. That's strategizing what it is that you need to do, what it is that you absolutely need, your necessities, as opposed to the things that you just want. That's balancing and weighing the two. There's nothing wrong with that. But the biggest thing is, if you know you worked your ass off to attain certain heights, ain't no falling back. No, brothers, we gonna rise to the occasion. You dig what I'm saying? We gonna rise to the occasion. Ain't no falling back. What we falling back for? What we giving up on the things that we worked hard for? For what? No, we're gonna rise to the occasion. We're gonna take it to the top. We're gonna figure out something else that we can put in our lives. Something else, some other stream of income that we can add into our lives. Some other things that we can incentivize ourselves with in order for us to reach those heights, in order for us to still be successful in our everyday walks and our everyday life. And then we realize that oftentimes we suffer more in our minds and we suffer more in our imaginations than we do in reality. Sometimes we make it even harder, feeling like putting more on ourselves, like this is gonna break us. No, the only thing I know is that I always made me. Every time I was faced with some adversity or something that was going to challenge me to be greater, guess what? I stepped up into that position and I rise. I got that DTR mentality. I've had it for a long time. Determined to rise. It don't mean that I have it consistently across the board. That's what I'm fighting for. That's what I'm pressing for. That consistency. And that's what I'm urging every last one of y'all to do. Dreams to reality. Do man shit. Ain't no pressure. Live strong or die weak. Hit that thumbs up, like, and subscribe.